What happens when two Hollywood titans collide? On the set of Last Train from Gun Hill, Kirk Douglas and Anthony Quinn were anything but friendly. Their feud was so intense it threatened to derail the entire film. Rumors swirled of heated arguments, clashing egos, and a rivalry that went far beyond their on-screen characters. But what really happened behind the scenes? Was it a battle for dominance or something more personal? Join us as we uncover the shocking truth behind the tension that almost brought this Western classic to a grinding halt. What happens when two Hollywood titans collide? In the scorching world of Last Train from Gun Hill, Kirk Douglas and Anthony Quinn weren't just battling on screen, they were at war off it. Directed by the legendary John Sturges, this 1959 Western drama is a powder keg of tension, both in its gripping storyline and behind the scenes. Douglas stars as Marshal Matt Morgan, a man on a relentless quest for justice, while Quinn plays Craig Belden, the ruthless patriarch standing in his way. But the real showdown wasn't in the script, it was between the stars themselves. Their feud was so explosive it threatened to derail the entire production. With a cast that also included Carolyn Jones, Earl Holliman, and Brad Dexter, Last Train from Gun Hill promised to be a classic Western. But what unfolded behind the camera was anything but classic. Scandals, disputes, and shocking revelations plagued the set, turning this film into a battleground of egos and ambition. Get ready to uncover the untold story of a movie where the drama off-screen was just as intense as the action on it. Kirk Douglas, the legendary actor known for his intense performances, took on the role of Marshal Matt Morgan in Last Train from Gun Hill. But it wasn't just his character that was locked in the battle. Douglas himself was embroiled in a heated feud with co-star Anthony Quinn. Their clashes were so intense, they often spilled over from the script's dramatic showdowns into real-life arguments. The tension was palpable, with both actors refusing to back down, and it didn't take long for the crew to feel the strain. Rumor has it, their egos clashed over everything from screen time to who had the better career trajectory. Despite the on-set drama, Douglas delivered a powerhouse performance, proving why he was one of Hollywood's most formidable talents. After Last Train from Gun Hill, Douglas continued to dominate the screen, starring in iconic films like Spartacus and Paths of Glory. His career was a testament to his relentless drive, but his personal life wasn't without controversy. Known for his fiery personality, Douglas's feud with Quinn wasn't his only Hollywood rivalry. Yet he remained a beloved figure, admired for his resilience and dedication to his craft. Kirk Douglas passed away in 2020, leaving behind a legacy that's as enduring as it is complex. His feud with Quinn may have been one of Hollywood's most infamous, but it's just one chapter in the story of a man who lived and worked with unmatched intensity. Anthony Quinn, the ruggedly charismatic actor, portrayed Craig Belden in Last Train from Gun Hill, a role that pitted him against Kirk Douglas in a tense, on-screen rivalry that mirrored their off-screen feud. But Quinn's life off-camera was just as dramatic as any Hollywood script. Known for his fiery temper and larger-than-life personality, Quinn's personal life was a whirlwind of scandal, most notably his multiple marriages and highly publicized affairs. By the time he starred in Last Train from Gun Hill, Quinn was already on his second marriage, but that didn't stop him from pursuing relationships with other women, including his co-stars. His affair with actress Catherine DeMille, whom he later married, caused a media frenzy, painting him as a serial heartbreaker. Despite the controversy, Quinn's career soared after Last Train from Gun Hill, with iconic roles in Zorba the Greek and Lawrence of Arabia solidifying his status as a Hollywood legend. However, his personal life continued to make headlines. Quinn fathered multiple children with different women, and his marriages were often tumultuous, with accusations of infidelity and neglect. Yet through it all, he remained a beloved figure on screen, his raw talent overshadowing the scandals. Anthony Quinn passed away in 2001, leaving behind a legacy as both a cinematic titan and a man whose personal life was as complex and controversial as the characters he played. Carolyn Jones played Linda in Last Train from Gun Hill, a role that, while memorable, set the stage for a career marked by typecasting struggles. After the film, Jones found herself pigeonholed into similar characters, a challenge many actors face but few overcome as gracefully as she did. Despite her talent, she often battled to break free from the mold Hollywood had cast her in. Her career spanned various films and shows, but it was her personal life that took a dramatic turn. In the 1970s, Jones faced a battle far more daunting than any on-screen rivalry, a fight against cancer. This struggle became a defining moment in her life, overshadowing her professional challenges. Sadly, Carolyn Jones passed away in 1983, leaving behind a legacy that reminds us of the resilience required in the face of both personal and professional adversity. Her story is a testament to the strength it takes to navigate the highs and lows of Hollywood and the courage to face life's toughest battles. Earl Holliman, who played Rick Belden in Last Train from Gun Hill, found himself at a crossroads after the film. While his co-stars Anthony Quinn and Carolyn Jones grappled with their own industry battles, Holliman made a decision that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. At the height of his career, he abruptly left the industry, sparking rumors of a bitter fallout. Was it creative differences, a scandalous dispute, or simply a desire to escape the glare of Tinseltown? The truth remains murky, but his sudden departure fueled speculation of a behind-the-scenes feud. After Last Train from Gun Hill, Holliman's career took a quieter turn, with sporadic appearances in films and TV shows, never quite reclaiming the spotlight he once commanded. His personal life, too, remained largely out of the public eye, adding to the air of mystery surrounding his exit. Today, Earl Holliman's legacy is a mix of what could have been and what was a talented actor, whose controversial decision to walk away from Hollywood continues to intrigue and divide opinions. Brad Dexter, who played the role of Biro in Last Train from Gun Hill, had a career that took some unexpected turns after the film. While he continued to work steadily in Hollywood, appearing in various films and shows, Dexter's name became synonymous with controversy, particularly due to his involvement with Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. Dexter was not just an actor. He was Sinatra's right-hand man, often serving as his fixer and confidant, but this association came with a price. Dexter found himself entangled in high-profile scandals, including allegations of strong-arming, intimidation, and even a bizarre incident where he claimed to have saved Sinatra's life during a skiing accident. His loyalty to Sinatra often overshadowed his acting career, and rumors swirled about his role in settling scores for the Rat Pack. Despite the controversies, Dexter remained a fixture in Sinatra's inner circle until the singer's death in 1998. Later in life, Dexter retreated from the spotlight, leaving behind a legacy that's as much about scandal as it is about his on-screen work. He passed away in 2002, but the stories of his involvement with Sinatra and the Rat Pack continue to fascinate, a reminder that Hollywood's golden era was as much about drama off-screen as it was on. As the credits roll on Last Train from Gun Hill, it's impossible to ignore the shadows cast by the controversies and scandals that followed its stars. Kirk Douglas, the film's leading man, may have embodied the stoic Marshal Matt Morgan on screen, but off-camera, his life was anything but calm. Douglas's tumultuous personal life, including his highly publicized divorce and battles with studio executives, became tabloid fodder, leaving fans to wonder where the actor ended and the hero began. Photo, meanwhile, Anthony Quinn, who delivered a commanding performance as Craig Belden, faced his own industry battles, including accusations of on-set conflicts and a reputation for being difficult to work with. Photo, Carolyn Jones, the sultry and enigmatic Linda, grappled with her own demons, including a struggle with addiction, that would later define her legacy more than her roles. Photo, and let's not forget Brad Dexter, whose portrayal of Biro was overshadowed by his real-life controversies, including a scandal involving a high-profile lawsuit that tarnished his career. Photo. These scandals, feuds, and shocking revelations didn't just shape the lives of the cast, they reshaped how audiences viewed Last Train from Gun Hill. What was once a gritty Western became a lens through which we examined the messy, often divisive lives of its stars. The film's legacy isn't just about justice in the Old West. It's about the human flaws that make its creators all too real. Show clip in the end. Last Train from Gun Hill isn't just a movie. It's a time capsule of Hollywood's golden age, where the line between hero and villain blurred long after the camera stopped rolling.